And boom, we are rolling, folks. Another edition, Beyond Average, Monday, July 22nd, 5:34 p.m. As I am coming to you, I hope you're having a great day, wherever the hell you are, whenever you are listening to this. Cousin Christian alongside, how you doing?
How we doing, folks?
Oh, how was your weekend? Let's start there. Let's be positive today, huh?
Solid weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I mean, good conspiracy started. It's
oh,
nice.
Jesus.
You know,
this is
Biden's
all I've
dead.
heard about. This is literally all from you, Al, my dad, even my mom.
Yeah, you're afraid of politics, huh?
No, I just don't care.
I'm just afraid.
Just not afraid. I literally do not care.
Yeah,
don't care.
President of the United States almost got killed, but Mick doesn't care.
What am I supposed to say? What opinion can I say that'll matter?
Yeah,
tell me.
Talk about USA basketball.
Tell me. All right, we'll start. Tell us about Trump. Tell us about your opinions. I'll give you 90 seconds. Go.
All right. I mean, let's start at the beginning.
I asked him how his weekend was, folks, by the way.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Like I said, all of a sudden you get a guy who was last seen 5 days ago, put out a statement with no official title, no header.
Who? What are you talking about?
Biden, you moron.
Okay.
So follow a little.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm the moron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep up. Jesus.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
So
90 seconds uninterrupted. Go ahead.
You get a guy.
Again, I asked him about his weekend.
You get a guy who hasn't been seen in 5 days, all of a sudden put out a letter that just has him resign. I think he's either sick, dead, or just absolutely did not put out that letter. One, we both, I think, can agree that he didn't write that letter. Yeah?
Am I allowed to talk?
It's
your 90 seconds.
I'm the one that didn't tell you to be interrupted.
Okay.
You said you were
Okay.
interrupted,
Well, I just wanted to make sure.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You would agree that that's not a letter written by him?
Of course not. It's his team. Nothing he's done lately is by him.
Current president, who is also the Democratic nominee, drops out of a race, and you haven't seen or heard a word from him in 5 days. And you're like, let's talk basketball.
Oh, he has dementia. It's because I'm not a moron, and I know this.
So what happened?
What do you mean he dropped out of the race?
So he willingly dropped out of the race and was just good?
No.
Okay,
they used him. They used him.
Here we go.
So they could have their own candidate.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
Again,
we go.
This isn't like crazy to me. I understand that this happened. This is not surprising. I think the Republicans, if it was the same situation on the other side, they would do the same thing.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Republicans are the good guys.
Okay, see, that's what I mean. You can't even. You're fucking crazy. This is like talking Trump with you these days might be harder than talking Tatum. I don't know what it is.
I'm not even a big Trumper.
No, I know. That's the crazy part. I know you're not, but you're
just when
you're so anti-Biden. That's what it is.
I'm not even anti-Biden.
Okay.
I'm not. Okay. Name me one bad thing I've said about Biden. I'll wait.
Come on.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
You don't like Biden?
I don't care for
you
Biden.
You like
whatsoever.
Biden?
I don't hate him. I think he's just being used. I feel like it's elder abuse. I feel bad for the guy.
This is crazy. He's a Biden guy, folks.
I'm not a Biden guy, but I do feel bad for him. Like I don't think that guy has a fuck. I don't think he knows what he ate this morning. I don't think he knows if he
has
his pants.
Dementia.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel bad for him. I don't think he's running the country.
Feel bad for him.
I do. I generally feel bad that they just paraded this guy around who clearly has dementia, a complete head of lettuce, and they're just like, yeah, let's just put him out there and just have him. Dude, he wanders around.
Head of lettuce. I like that.
That's a Portnoy. Just
I haven't heard that. I've never heard that.
It's crazy. I mean, a complete vegetable, and it's crazy that his wife is just like parading him out there, letting him do this. But like Obama's running the country, or whoever's running the country was just using him. And then once they saw that, hey, it looks like Big Joe's probably not going to be able to win this, time to axe him. And they did. They just said, see you later, Joe. Go off to the limelight. I don't know if they killed him. I don't know what they did to him. But Joe Biden's gone. He hasn't been seen in 5 days since evidently dropping out of a race. So who's running the country right now? I don't know. It's a good guess.
It's happening. It's happening bigly.
It's happening bigly.
All right, fine.
Yeah, no
my
opinions
favorite part,
on anything?
I told you. I just told you. I think if it was the other side was in the same situation, they would do it. Am I surprised that the Democrats are sleazy and scumbags? No, I'm not. I would see this coming. Not I saw this coming, but I was under the impression that they were just going to push Biden the whole way. You know, up because I mean, he did the debate. He did.
Well, that was a reason, though.
I know. I didn't see through that.
Yeah.
I was not. I didn't see through that at the time.
They wanted to make sure that they had the nominee pick, so that when it came down to it, they could slide him out of there. And
it's a hell of a move.
Who they want.
It's a hell of a move.
It's a great.
It's a great move.
Straight out of House of Cards.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we're talking strictly politics, great move.
Kevin Spacey evidently is running the country. So
yeah, honestly,
it's fucking insane.
One of my favorite things about this, and your reactions are strong about this, but they're not nearly as strong as some of the people on TV.
What?
CNN. I think his name is Van Jones. You want to hear his reaction to the Biden news?
Oh boy, what do we got?
Here you go.
Even people who are pushing for this to happen, it's kind of like when you're your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody.
This is hard emotion, folks. If you can't tell, like he had to pause a couple different times before he started talking.
It sounds like he's crying.
Yeah. No, I cut the clip up a little bit. He's very emotional here.
even people who are pushing for this to happen, it's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back, and then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody, you wouldn't be here without him.
It's on national TV.
Something from him. Now, this is not, look, this politics is politics, but this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who.
Just a reminder that this guy and Kamala Harris have put away more minorities than anything. Is this guy a minority?
He's African American.
It sounds like there's a little black in the voice.
Oh wow, I didn't get that.
I just taking a little guess there. Pretty funny that the guy who is claiming that he wouldn't be here without them is also talking about the people who put away more minorities than
he's acting. This man is not actually emotional. That's what I mean. This is such bad acting. If you can't read through this,
where has he been? This is news to you that Joe Biden isn't coherent. This is the time to take Grandpa's keys. You were shocked that this was the moment, not in 2020 when you went up there and you were like, "This is the guy that after they've been talking like this for 6 months forever, at least. Though. This is the guy they're going to put up there."
No, listen, he's always been a whackball Biden. Like he's always sounded like a total kook. But the last 6 months to a year, in particular, though, yes, I mean, but particularly the last 6 to 8 months have been bad.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh boy, let me keep playing this. It's funny. It's kind of a long clip, but he gets a little emotional at the end as well.
Even people who are pushing.
Oh fuck.
They can't hear the crying in the voice is so funny.
I don't even care. Who cares? Who the hell cares?
It's remarkable though. I mean, what's funny is you have the left who has been claiming that, the end of democracy is Donald Trump coming in. And then the left goes and orchestrates this by making sure that Joe Biden gets the nominee only to know that they're going to fucking stab him right in the back and say, "Thanks for the job, Joe, but your time is done. We're putting a new puppet in place of you." And they're not going to have a vote for who's going to be the Democratic nominee. They're just going to hand select that. It's the opposite of democracy.
I fell into it. I fell into his trap. See, we're talking Trump. We're 8 minutes in and we're still talking.
You hear that, folks? As if this guy didn't have a political clip loaded. As if I had anything to do with the political clip.
I fell right into it. I'm so sorry, folks. My weekend, how about that?
Yeah, how do you got? How was your weekend?
Well, Friday I was substitute producing for the Kirk Minahan show, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. But on the way home, brutal traffic. I'm talking some of the worst I've ever seen on the Cape. I don't know. I guess Friday afternoon from Boston's always going to be bad.
Yeah.
And Justin was nice enough to be like, "Hey, just get right out of here." On Friday afternoon, like pretty much by the time the show wrapped up, I was like, "Hey, can I do anything for you?" He's like, "No, get right out of here. The traffic's going to be brutal."
You think that'll be a problem for you going forward?
Shut up. Anyways, so I get in the car and by the time I get to let me think of where I am. Like the Quincy area. Yep. It's not that bad. I'm like, okay, we're here. And then just got
Is that the choke point where it goes from 3 to 2?
No. This is still in the city. This is still in the city. And this was I hadn't even left Boston yet, but I was like, all right, this isn't bad for Friday at 1 o'clock around Boston. And then all of a sudden, dude, it just was... I'm not even kidding. I don't think my car went above 50 miles an hour at any point the entire time. And that would be pushing it. Most
How long
of the time,
did it take you to get home?
3.5 hours probably. Yeah, normally
what's a normal?
Hour and a half. So we're talking 2 hours extra. Wow. Yeah, it was brutal. And by the bridge where we live by the Cape Cod, by the Sagamore Bridge, just a fucking gong show.
Did you see the big news about that?
Jesus, no. Well, tell me they're blowing it up.
No, Pocahontas was there the other day, just announcing that
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah,
is that who that is?
Yeah, she was there the other day announcing that they're gonna be going forward with it, and they're gonna have 9,000 union jobs created and all that.
Is she still a senator? Is that what she does?
I have no idea.
How long has she been in office?
Well, it depends. She used to be a leader for a tribe, and then
no, I know, but I'm serious. I feel like she was a Massachusetts senator, right? Wasn't she a Mass senator?
I think so. I think she is right now.
How long do you get to do that for?
Well, there's no terms.
Shut the fuck up. You can be a senator forever?
I think Joe Biden's been fucking...
Well, I know, she probably reelected, but how long are the terms? Are they 8 years?
I don't know. A selectman's 2 years.
Let's find out here.
Yeah, what is a senator? What's the term?
I think it's either 6 or 8 years. Hold on. Senators are elected to 6 years.
Yeah.
And every 2 years, the member of one class, approximately 1/3 of senators face election or re-election. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So I was talking senators.
Good for life. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's
Right?
lucky,
You get 6 years, and then you just join the private sector. You know what I mean? Either way.
Join a cabinet somewhere.
That's right. But no, Friday, very quiet night in. I'm all for a quiet Friday at this point in my life. I don't know. Like I think Friday, especially if you're like, I guess working during the week and if you work a regular Monday through Friday, I don't, but if you work a regular 9 to 5, I don't know why you wouldn't enjoy a nice quiet Friday night.
Somebody asked me the other day, what do you think is your favorite thing to do? And my favorite thing to do is nothing. Like there's nothing more I like to do.
Yeah, I'm with
nothing.
you. I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I thrive at that.
I hate going out now.
You've been active. Don't say
I
that.
had no choice in the matter.
That's not true.
It's true. I'm seeing this girl that's a little younger than me.
I was gonna let you bring that up. Okay, let's talk about that.
These girls,
Yeah, Friday you were out, right? Friday and Saturday you were out.
Girls just want to have fun.
Oh no, tell us some more. Tell us more. Screw my weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
You've been seeing a new girl. How much younger is she? Hold on. Is this like a Belichick situation? Hold on.
She turned 25 last week.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. That's not bad. I said that's like that
was like the youngest you were going to
I said
on that podcast.
I said
right?
that's like the appropriate age is a girl getting out of college
Yeah.
and being around that age.
Okay.
It's like the prime. I think that's the prime age to try to go get a girl at.
And anything she wants to do is go out. She's never like, hey, you want to just hang out?
No,
watch a movie?
she has, but like also like young girls like to have fun, so I can't just be the boring old guy all the time.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you're getting to that territory too. Yeah. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be that. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you found yourself in a situation where you've thought, is this worth it?
She honestly, she's pretty cool. So
that's
like,
cool.
I've been enjoying it.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. So yeah, your weekends have been different, and actually, I think that's why my quiet Friday nights have been even more quiet than usual. Usually, you were right there with me, but you've been a little bit busy, so I've been solo dolo on these quiet Friday nights. And I'm telling you again, at this stage of my life, 29 years old, I want nothing to do with going out on a Friday night. Nothing.
I had to go out Saturday, like actually out. Like I've been out, like let's
Saturday
go out and get a booth
though.
somewhere.
Saturday's
What?
different.
Why?
Especially, I guess if you worked on Friday and you don't have to work Saturday.
I guess.
If you get to like hang out during the day, it's different. Yeah, I will go out for drinks and dinner at night. But like going to like work all day, doing a full day, and then like going out and being social after, fuck that. Yeah. I used to hate.
I just hate large crowds and stuff. So like, I just hate being around a bunch of people, and I don't know. I feel like I've aged out a little bit of that.
Yeah, totally.
Like if I'm gonna go out, like my idea of going out.
Well, you haven't aged out of it. You just your personality has. Like your age, it's okay for a 31-year-old to like be out, especially these days in the summertime on a Saturday night on the Cape. 31's like young.
Yeah,
I see guys in like their 40s and 50s still slinging it.
I've always been a loner. I've never have been a guy that likes going out ever. I didn't go to college. I think that has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you didn't even do like the go up to college weekend trips with your friends or anything like that.
Like, I hated traveling, so I was like the idea that you want me to go drive a couple hours. I don't like drinking, so like I'm like, you want me to go?
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a huge part of it. Yeah. You're not a drinker really at all.
No, like it's.
I'm not. I haven't been either lately.
Like I like have to now. Like I'll just because if I don't drink and I'm out, I'm like miserable.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I can't. I can't do that. So but like I don't need to be drunk.
I'm with you. I don't like getting drunk. I don't like it because I just know that tomorrow is going to be the worst day of my life every time.
Yeah, but
dude, my hangovers last 2 days. I had 4 drinks the other night, 4 tequilas, straight tequila cups. But
that's going to be banged up though.
I was banged up that night, but like the next day, I'm like, I chugged water before I went to bed, Advil, the whole 9, and just 2 days, dude.
Yeah, you're old. You're old as fuck, dude.
I'm like, I get it, the whole hangover. And then when I woke up the second day and I still felt like shit, I was like, what the fuck, man? Mm-hmm. Like how? 2 days?
Yeah, man, you're getting to that point. Yeah. You're old, especially when you don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
You don't have the tolerance anymore where the body's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see the people that are fucking doing coke so they can drink. And I'm like, you guys are fucking nuts, man.
Oh God, yeah, no, like speedballing through it.
Yeah, with the bathroom's locked. I'm like,
yeah.
Guys,
why does he go to the bathroom? Why has he been to the bathroom 19 times?
The kid comes out of fucking the sandbar with the bathroom locked, and I'm like knocking. And then I'm like, is it maybe it's closed down? Like it's a terrible bathroom. So I'm like, it's probably clogged or something. So I'm like, I asked the bartender, I'm like, yo, is this closed? And he's like, nah, somebody probably just locked in. I go, oh, somebody's doing coke. Very good. The guy comes out and he's like, oh, sorry, should I not lock? And I was like, crazy fucking move, guy. Locking the bathroom to everyone.
Well, that bathroom is a nightmare in general.
It's disgusting.
I mean, yeah, that's not even a real bathroom. So to be doing coke anywhere in there, you probably got hepatitis by the end of it.
I would agree.
Yeah, no thank you.
I don't know. Like, I've always said this. I don't know anybody that does coke because they like coke everybody that I know that has fucked around with coke does coke so they can just continue drinking. I'm like, why? Why do you like drinking like that? I just don't fucking get it.
Yeah, I've never really met people who like do coke just to do coke. It's usually when they're partying.
Or Adderall. You know, those are the two that people are like, oh yeah, like girls love that shit. Oh, it's fucking crazy.
You see a girl with a little purse, you know why. Like, come on.
Holy fuck. They just, girls want to have fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah. Are you finding like that's going to be a problem?
No, this girl is super cool. She doesn't do any drugs.
No, I don't mean the cocaine. I mean just going out a lot.
I mean, I've made it clear that I'm a homebody. Like I'm not trying to like mislead anybody by being like, oh, I'm actually a fun guy that like, this is me. Like I go out and I haven't been trying to like lie and try to like be deceitful in the sense of who I am. I've been like, yeah, I'm a homebody. I like to do nothing. That's my favorite thing in the world. And, not a big drinker.
Yeah, it helps.
I'm boring. I'm not a fun guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It helps too that she's friends with Case's girlfriend, so you guys can do the double date.
That's like my helps. Extent of going out. Like, let's go with a couple people. Like, if you get a booth or like
a high top at a bar, or something like that.
Small crowd. You know, I'm fine with having like.
You don't want to be doing the dancing in the middle of the stage with the random local band.
I used to jump man it up. I had no problem. You know, when I was a few years younger, if I had to go out, I'd have some fun. But like, and now, I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I'm over it as well. Unless it's like for a reason, like if all my friends are down for like a weekend, you know, very rare now do we all get together. Like the bachelor party is probably the only time this summer we've all been in one place at the same time.
Yeah.
So it happens very, very, not frequent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a word. Anyways. So now on like holidays, 4th of July, Labor Day weekend, shit like that, we'll all make it a parent to kind of get together. And that's when I don't mind going out. I'm not going to be the guy in the middle of the dance floor dancing, but like I don't mind being at like a crowded bar as long as we're all there for like a reason or something like that. But I'm not just doing every Saturday night just to go out and like just to drink. And then, you know, I guess I should be chasing chicks right now, but I don't really want to meet some girl at the fucking sandbar.
It's not a bad spot to meet someone, to be honest.
Like shit-faced at midnight.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
like when I'm sweating after a set list of, you know, Blink-182 cover songs. I don't know. Like maybe I should. Maybe I should be more open to that. But right now I'm just chilling. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have too much of an interest in going out. And Justin was, you know, claiming that's like a depressing, you know, attitude or I'm depressed. I don't think that's it. I just
might be. I feel like that's probably why I didn't like going out for a lot of years.
Maybe partially. Maybe it's more just a lot of changes happening. I'm kind of just like, I don't really want to do a bunch of the, hey, what have you been up to conversations right now? Like, I just don't, I don't know. I have no interest in being social when I don't have to be social right now. Yeah. And that's not me saying that I'm never going to be social again. Just right now, I don't really have a bunch of an interest in doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been there and I don't think I've ever left there, but unfortunately I just have to do it sometimes.
Yeah. Saturday, I felt like complete shit. So I went out and got this right here.
Yeah,
college football, NCAA.
Everybody's loving that thing.
Played like I said, felt like shit. So that's just a great excuse to play video games.
You got a My Player?
I haven't really touched that. I've just got a little franchise going. Yeah. Virginia Tech. Excuse me.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Why them?
I don't know. I don't really have a college football team. Like I don't really root for anyone specific. You want to keep it like
local, like BC or?
I'll never root for BC.
Why is that?
They're like a private yuppie school.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyone who goes to BC is probably an asshole, right, Coleman?
I forgot that you went to BC. That's wicked funny. That's actually really, really funny.
We'll get to that in just a second. But Sunday, we watched the Open together. We're kind of in and out of it.
Real quick, do you have any, what kind of student was he?
Coleman?
Yeah, before.
Al. So Al's been on this, not about Coleman, but about anybody. I'll answer this. Yeah. This is very easy answer here.
Is it legacy?
If you go to a private school in high school, specifically high school.
Gotcha. You will higher grades. Right.
Unless you're on scholarship, unless they're paying for you to be there, you will never get below like a C- ever in your life. Or C+.
Everybody probably graduates with like a 3.8, 3.4.
And I could see the Colemans having like a library named after them or something like that. There's no chance. Yeah, I would say Coleman GPA over under 3.5. I would go over.
What do you think in high school?
That's what I mean.
You're saying private high school.
Private high school, like Slovak. I think he got a little help because his family's not extremely wealthy to go to Tabor, so I don't think Slovak could go in there and get all D's and be fine.
Yeah.
But if you pay to go there, full price, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do it. It's daycare. Yeah. It's basically daycare.
You paid $45,000. Here's your grades.
45. Oh, double that.
What?
Yeah. For that Belmont Hill school that we play at for basketball. The KMS team. It's like fucking $75,000 to go there.
A year?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll look it up
high
right
school?
now. I'll look it up
high
right
school.
now, yeah.
You're at no fucking chance.
Gotcha.
$75,000 for it. What do they do? Do they stay there full time and everything?
Yeah, it's
Full
like a
board?
Tabor. It's like Tabor.
It's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Yeah, here you
know
go.
what?
Here you go, right here. 2023-24 school year, Belmont Hill charged students $70,000 for room and board, and the day students, just if you didn't stay there, it was $61,000.
It's disgusting.
$70,000.
You're filthy. Where did Coleman go? You have any idea where he went to high school?
No, I have no idea.
You went to a private high school though, for sure.
I would imagine so.
You're disgusting, Coleman. I don't like you anymore.
Probably didn't have a choice.
I don't
Parents
care.
probably made him do
I
it.
hate private school kids.
Oh, don't say that.
It's
Coleman's
true.
a good guy.
I don't like him anymore. Just you told me that he's a private. Like if you go to, you get into a private school, nice college, whatever. But if you,
Yeah, but Coleman's not like a private school
kid.
kid.
Yes, he is. He's the
Not-
definition of.
No, not-
He has no personality. He has no backbone. He says whatever is there.
No. He's
Yeah.
a drip, but I'm saying he's not.
He's the definition of a private school kid. All of that is a
a
representation.
private school kid. No.
He's not snobby. Like
That's
a
what I'm
turnoff.
saying.
Like
that's a
the
private
rich
school
snob.
kid. A snobby kid who's like thinks he's better than. Like that's not Coleman at all.
Yeah, when you're talking about Mamala like that, there's like
He's a pandering stooge.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
completely
private
true.
school trait.
Maybe,
Like,
but
you have to- you have
if
to-
you said private school douchebag, I would not picture Coleman.
Like-
I would picture the kid who thinks he's better than everybody, making fun of like everybody
I
and
see
like
what you're
looking
saying.
down on people.
But like, I feel like most kids that have to go to a public school, like you got to have a little backbone. So you have to like kind of be
backbone. Yeah, I got a lot of that.
Yeah, you just got to be comfortable with
Grew
who
up
you
in the
are.
streets.
That's right.
I agree. It is different.
You know, like you can't just like pander. You get called out for that quick. Like you'll be a loser. You pander in high school and like a public school, you're a loser.
I don't know about that these days. I feel like
Well,
now
maybe not, but I mean, when we
Yeah.
were in high school, you know what kills me actually, speaking of that, when I go out? These fucking young kids, and I get that I'm uncool and that I have no fashion sensibility whatsoever.
Sure, I agree with that.
These fucking kids with I'm a little jealous of their hair. I'm a little jealous when I say this. They have this.
Sounds like you're a
they
lot
have
jealous.
this. No, this is disgusting. They'll have this the nice. I don't even know what fucking haircut you'll call it. This broccoli haircut.
What in the hell are you talking about?
And then they'll be rocking a fucking earring that's like a dangling cross, and it makes me want to fucking puke.
What it goes with the haircut?
No, you've never seen these kids that are like these young, like I'm talking like 23, 24. They'll be rocking like a dangling cross earring in one ear. It's
no,
gross.
I haven't seen this.
It's egregious. It's the grossest thing that I've ever seen.
It's a new trend.
I can't fucking stand it.
The cross. I could get down with the hoop earring like Michael Jordan, but I don't know if I'm doing the cross.
It's not just like a cross is there. It like dangles.
So it's like a woman's
Yes.
earring.
Like, the first thing I was like, that's a woman's ear.
How long is the dangle?
Like an inch. And then gross. Yeah. It's
Jesus.
gross. Dude, it's so gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Yeah, that's
The worst
no
thing
good.
I've ever seen.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Have you seen it in person or just on like
Yes,
TikTok?
no. And that's what I'm saying. I've been seeing this in person lately, and I'm like, what?
You should go and tug on that thing.
They probably beat me up.
Yeah.
Because they're big. They're all jacked now. They're all handsome.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That's tough.
Makes me upset. I think I'm just insecure is what this all is, but
That's what it sounds like.
yeah.
And then to wrap it up on Sunday, we did dinner with with my parents. You came over as well.
I did.
And this brings me to my point of the day, actually. And I want to make this clear and known. It's not the best town in America for pizza. I'm not saying that. But Yarmouth, Massachusetts, per capita, per the amount of people and per the amount of pizza places in the town,
Best on Cape.
it's hands down the best on Cape. It's the best in Massachusetts.
Wow.
And it's right up there with like New Haven, Connecticut.
What New Haven, New Connecticut? They're
That's
known
like
for
number
pizza?
one, yeah.
Says
Yeah.
who?
I think that's like known.
They're known for pizza. New Haven,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're not known for much.
No.
Connecticut.
No, they're not. No. New York's obviously known for pizza.
What style is New York pizza?
So Brooklyn's like thin crust.
Like crunchy, like Regina?
No, like thin though. Like it's particularly thin.
Do we have anything that's like it here? Because as you can imagine,
It would be closer to like Fancy Boy flatbread pizza.
disgusting.
But it's not Fancy Boy pizza. You know what I mean?
Like
you know what I'm saying?
What's the place?
Crisp?
Ugh.
A little more like
Disgusting.
Let me think. How do I like a little more messy to it? Like it's not like a Fancy Boy pizza. It's not like one of those like white cheese.
Giant tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not like a margarita pizza. But anyways, we had Toli's Pizza last night with my parents. Great spot.
6.5, 7.
Right. Okay, fair. I shouldn't say great spot. A good spot.
It's a good spot.
It's a good
Their
spot.
crust is phenomenal, but they've over the years
Their bacon pizza is fantastic.
it's great, but like the first 75% of the slice has changed drastically from the original owners, and that's why I don't go there.
Yeah,
as
they got a
often.
Serbian guy slinging it now.
Yeah, it's softer. It's a little doughier.
I kind of like it.
I don't. I like the crunch. I like having that. Like that's why Royal.
Yeah, Royal
Royal-
too. Kirk asked me, "What's the best pizza on the Cape?" Did you agree with that?
It's Royal too.
Yeah.
It's undebatable. It's the best pizza on. It's the best bacon pizza in the entire world.
Yeah,
The entire world. That is the best bacon pizza you'll ever
it's
have.
the best one I've ever had. Yeah,
Pepperoni. I can't get away from it. I love a Regina pepperoni pie.
Regina from the mall.
Yeah, I mean Regina anywhere is always good. I've never had.
That's
a bad
not true.
Why? Where's the bad Regina?
When I went to Foxwoods, they got one in the food court there.
It's 4 a.m. Mick.
No, it
They
wasn't
have a
4.
fucking-
It was like
yes, it was. Don't lie.
No, it
You
wasn't
were
4
It was
a.m.
the end of the night, and you were going back to your hotel, and you're like, I want some pizza.
I've had Sbarro late, and it's been good. So I expect it to be good from Regina.
Sbarro sucks.
It does, but
Sbarro's
late night
trash.
Sbarro, you get a fresh pie. It's pretty. It's
Regina's better. It's got that crunch.
oh, it's
man.
way better. It's Regina's way better.
Yeah, Royal is easily though the best pizza. And I remember you guys were talking about it, and you were like, "Oh, you go to Captain Parker's?" I was like, "Captain Parker's isn't a fucking pizza." He went to the place that's directly. You know, funny story about the place that he went to before it was that.
What's it called?
I have no idea. It's brand new.
DeCelli's Pizza,
Yeah,
something like that.
They're
Yeah.
open late. They're open at like 4 a.m. Like they have that.
I don't think they're open till 4.
Yeah,
Nothing
they-
around here is open till 4.
They're open.
Maybe 1.
They're open as late as they're possibly allowed to in the
till
town.
1.
That place is the last bar that I ever got thrown out of.
Oh, before it was the pizza place.
You picked
it
me
was
up.
It was the tavern.
You picked me up
So that's why
Yes.
I was under the impression that pizza place has only been around for like
a year or two.
if that, for a year and a half, and I've never been there.
Yeah.
So I was just under the impression the place directly across the street from Pirates Cove was the tavern, and there's no chance Kirk would ever be step foot in the tavern. The tavern was like
It's a dive bar. It was a dive bar.
that's like the highest compliment you can pay it. I mean, this place was a dump. Like you had to go in there and watch your back anytime you were in there. It was not a great place to be at. But slightly next door, like if you keep going, I don't know, how far is Captain Parker's from Pirates Cove?
Well, it's not across the street. It's on the
It's
same
not
side.
across the street. It's
That's
on the
why I
same
was
side
like,
of the street,
yeah.
but it's right next door.
It's just
It's the building next door.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It
No,
goes
it's
that
not.
bridge.
It's Kia.
No, Kia's on the other side.
No, it's not Kia, and then the Moose Lounge is directly across from that. And then
No.
yes, it is, Mick.
No,
You're not,
no.
You're wrong.
You go Pirates Cove. You
You're
go
wrong.
Kia, Pirates
wrong.
Cove. You go Kia, Pirates Cove, Bridge, Captain Parker's.
Oh, we're going the opposite way of each other.
Yes.
We're going in the opposite direction
Yeah,
of each other.
Captain Parker's is in the middle of Kia and
No, I think Captain Parker's is
hold
the
on.
other way, Mick.
Pirates Cove is in the middle of Kia and Captain Parker's. Yes, it's right in the middle there, sandwiched in.
Yeah, you might be
There's
right.
a bridge that separates it because that's what that's what Captain Parker sits on. So you have the waterfront dining.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and that's why I was confused when Kirk said pizza because I was like, Captain Parker's does pizza?
Yeah, I was like, they don't do pizza.
Yeah, I was very confused.
I feel
That's why I
bad
was
that-
like, it's more of a seafood place because Captain Parker's is known for seafood.
I feel bad that that's where he went for pizza.
I do too. I mean,
I was like,
again,
there's-
he should have told me that he was here.
I agree.
I'm not saying I had to go and hang out with
but
him.
I could give you a recommendation of where to
I
be.
wouldn't have made him. He went to DeCelli's or whatever. What the hell is wrong with you?
I felt bad. I was
Or
like,
Harry. You made Harry sit through that?
You truly could have gone to Chuck E. Cheese and probably had the same pie.
Well, we've been over this. Chuck E. Cheese is good pizza.
What?
You don't remember this? Justin tested this like last week.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that you've recently been. I was like, I've
No,
been to Chuck E.
Justin did it
Cheese
for-
in years.
Justin said
I was-
this.
That's hysterical. I didn't even. I missed that.
Yeah, no. That was a Kirk has been on record saying that Chuck E. Cheese is pretty good pizza. So Justin took it upon himself to go test it.
That's really fun.
Sitting
I haven't been
at
to Chuck E. Cheese
you didn't see that
forever.
video? Oh, it's good. You'd love it.
no.
I know you're a big Justin guy. Where are you at with Justin?
I haven't given him his Maniac rights back.
He was all concerned.
I mean, look. The term Maniac is for a reason. It basically describes die-hard loyalty.
Right.
And if you have a chance to endorse Mick and you choose not to, you've lost your Maniac title. It's just like it's hard to argue.
Or
against that.
I would say this. I would say you don't always have to endorse me. But the one thing you can't do. What's the one thing you can't do?
You can't look down upon any kind
You
of. sell
can't
that.
go against the business.
Yeah,
You have to. If you have nothing good to say, then don't say anything.
Yeah.
You know, he sounded like at the time he was more Team Gus. It sounded like he was more on Gus's side, and I think that's where a lot of people in the Maniac community had a problem with him.
Yeah.
I love Justin though. I do. I love Justin, and I think he is someone that he's a man of integrity, and that's something that I have a hard
said.
time. I have a hard time giving him a hard time about because if he's going to stick to his guns, that's kind of like a true maniac.
Yeah.
You know, like if he disagrees with the cause, he's willing to vocalize his opinion and go against the grain. That's a maniac 101. That's me.
Yeah, but I needed more there.
I know. I would have liked a little more from him.
I felt like it was. I feel like he was lying. I feel like he didn't believe that. I feel like he didn't believe what he said. I don't think he believed that you wouldn't be reliable. Yeah, I think.
Well, that hurt too.
You know,
I mean, I went in there and said I was like, I disagree with that completely. Yeah. I think all I've been for that show has been reliable.
Yeah, the only way they bring.
And I've worked hard to do so, by the way. And I'm not saying I've done so forcefully. No, it's all been willingly. Yeah. I've been happy to do it, but let's not pretend like I haven't rearranged work schedules. I haven't had to be late for something. Yeah,
still making it.
We don't have to go crazy about it, but I'm just saying like. I have worked really hard to make sure I can be reliable for that show. Whenever they need it, drop of the hat. Hey, can you come in next day? Yeah, I'll be there.
People, they're saying that the times that you left represented an unreliability. To me,
we got that on the record real quick. Yeah.
To me, it represented a man of integrity.
Yeah,
that's what that represented to me. And it said, most people don't have a backbone. So
me and Mutt were arguing about that on Wednesday because he was like, you left, you already got up and left. Well, and I was like, Mutt, I left because I wasn't going to get a job here and I was getting frustrated about that. Not because I was getting shit on because something Kirk said to me. There's a huge difference in that.
I agree.
Yeah. But no,
Mutt, by the way.
Well, you're down on Mutt. Tell us more, please. I was going to go back to pizza for a second, but no, screw that. Tell me more.
I just feel like that hairy chimp just...
Whoa!
Again, like once you cross a Maniac, these people just think that it's like a joke. Like they just think like, oh, you know what, I can just kind of throw some shots at the Maniacs and it's just all going to be fine.
I agree with
forgive
this.
me.
Yeah,
you don't get to throw shots towards any Maniac member whatsoever and just get a free pass. So now, I think he belongs in a zoo. So
wow.
Yeah. My brother hate me? Yes. Is my dad embarrassed of me? Probably.
I mean. It's a guy that doesn't have integrity. He's got to borrow money from his dad.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, no. Cousin Christian down on Mutt.
Yeah, and then not only that, but like you hear this guy and he constantly, he's like, I don't really want to do that, but if you guys do a Barstool game, please let me. Please.
What's up with that? He's thirsty for the Barstool game.
Like we get it. You want to do something with Barstool? We got you, Mutt.
That's all he wants. That's all he wants.
It's disgusting.
He's the next one. We called Gus out. We exposed him for being a yak guy.
Yeah, for sure, Mutt.
Is Mutt next?
Yeah, there's not.
Do I have to keep an eye on him?
You don't have to. He's gone.
No.
Yeah, the second he gets a chance. Well, you know what? It's hard to say because Kirk actively tried to get him a job, and he's just like
he won't take any job. That's the best part about him.
I mean, it's insane.
I like Mutt. I actually do. I'm not even just saying that. I think Mutt's really funny.
I was a long time Mutt guy till
I think I'm not going to call him a loyal maniac. But I will say,
he's not a maniac whatsoever.
He's not an enemy.
I mean,
he's not an enemy.
I'll accept that for now.
He might not be. He might not be Team Mick. He might not be a maniac, but he's not an enemy.
All right, you don't belong in a zoo. There you go.
No, he belongs in a zoo. That's fair. I agree with that. No, that's fine. He definitely belongs in a cage.
He could be in a circus, right?
Oh my god,
right?
That is something that Mutt would be great, like a traveling carny.
I just meant like here's our freaky hairy guy that.
No, I thought you meant like part of the team.
No,
he could be like a carny. Mutt could be a carny.
They used to have freaks like a bearded lady.
Yeah, Mutt's not that freaky
guy.
though. Like I know what you're saying, but Mutt's not that freaky.
I guess.
No, he's not like
I saw him with a shirt off.
I could be in the zoo.
I'm just saying I saw him with a shirt off, and it's hard to distinguish if that was.
But couldn't you see Mutt being like a local carny, being step right up, and this is our game tonight, and he rotates every week. He gets something different.
He's a good host. You saw him with Ty Law.
He's fantastic. Like he's a fantastic host. Yeah.
That's what his job is, by the way. That's what he does. That's what he said. That's what he said the last time he was in. That's what I do. I host things.
Yeah, that's right. He's a big host. And staying on the substitute producing, I guess we'll stay with that. A lot of people are wondering why I was okay doing it now versus, the walkout with the whole Gus thing, right? Like, because at the time I was filling in for Gus, who was suspended.
You now have no hopes of getting a job.
Well, I think more than anything, yeah, right? I think I know what the situation is. I don't feel like the job was being dangled in front of me. And ultimately, I guess the more important than anything is they've been really good to me, particularly Kirk. Yeah. Has been very good to me, has been willing to help me with stuff on the air, has been reached out to me when I'm sick, has just been very nice. And someone as his status, in media and podcasting, as somebody who's trying to get into that world, has been honestly above and beyond anything else. Like I really can't even express that. So why I'm okay doing it is because I just kind of think of it like that. Like you'd be some type of an asshole to not help the show who helps you all the time. Yeah. To not just help fill in for a couple of days. Yeah. I was willing to do it the entire week, the entire 2 weeks. I told Justin, whatever the hell you need, just let me know.
I will say this. I found it a little weird that, if you visited a town of one of your, I don't want to say best friends, but a good friend, you would hit him up, right? You didn't hit me up at all.
Nothing. Who's that? Kirk.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, you're going back. Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. So I was surprised. I almost asked you when he said that he was down in the Cape. I almost was like
you guys go
confused how
golfing?
you
No,
didn't
we
know
didn't.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
How weren't you aware of that?
I don't know. I was shocked. I mean, I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's mad that. I think he's a little mad that I was a ball hog evidently during the one.
Well, you
practice
are
I
a
showed
ball
him.
hog. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Listen, I
you're a
think
bit of a ball hog.
I shouldn't have been showing off. Is what it was.
You were exactly. That's what it was. You felt the pressure. You know what it was. You saw the red light on the camera. It happens.
You know?
I've been there before. I see it sometimes. I'm like, all right, let me turn on here, and you start feeling yourself. I get it.
I feel like it wasn't a great representation of how I played that day as being a ball hog. I felt like if there was something to critique me out, it'd be being a bad shooter. Like I was just ice. I couldn't make any shots.
So do you think you and Kirk have friction because something maybe you've said or tweeted?
I just don't think he liked the way I played, and maybe he just.
You're pretty mouthy on Twitter.
I'm never mouthy about it.
He takes note of that.
I've only been mouthy to him one time on Twitter.
All right.
And that was following the booze that still you condemn.
And this is what, if you noticed, the show the other day, he was giving you guys some hard time.
He's always backed the booze.
He was giving you guys a hard time, and then he's like, I have no problem with the booze, but the tweets, the pick Mick, all that. And he's like, it's just nauseating. And I agree with him, but at the same time, Kirk enables you guys. You know, you can't be okay with the booze and laugh at the booze and, make fun of me for being upset. And then all of a sudden they go on Twitter doing the same thing, and now Kirk's poo-pooing it. Yeah, I think that's inconsistent.
That's what I'm saying.
He's encouraging this behavior, and it is on him.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been the one to say, I hate it all. I've been consistent about that. I've been very consistent about this. Oh, Christ. Anyways, staying on the substitute producing.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. And Coleman's suspension, I guess, more than anything. Where are you at with that? How do you feel about an employee?
Look,
Do you have, I know you're not technically like the boss of the company, but you have guys who work for you, right?
Yep.
Guys who work under you that you have to make sure are getting the job done and shit like that. So it's not the same situation, but let's just say one of them slept in completely.
well, we have a test tonight, actually. So I have to be at your old job, believe it or not. I'm going to your old restaurant.
Tonight?
Nope, at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. I have to be there because the restaurant the cooks are going to be open at 9, and I have to get a generator done before then. So I'm going to be there at 5 a.m.
Yep.
And one of my guys that works for me, he's a 23-year-old kid, informed me, I'll be there, I swear. I'm going to Foxborough to drink tonight, but I'm going to be there. So it's...
What are you doing telling him that? What? Why don't you just say, hey, I got some shit going on, but I'm pretty sure I can make it. Don't worry. You don't have to like call me or anything.
Can't make it up. Yeah,
he tells you that he's going to drink. It's fucking Monday. Yeah. What is he doing?
He's an animal. I'm not going to lie to you.
Is he like going out to like a house party, or is he going to an event?
This kid drives to like... I'm not kidding. He'll drive like 2 hours away every night to go drink somewhere with his friends, God knows where, and he loves going.
Does he not have a lot of friends on the Cape? Is that why?
He's from Wareham, so he's originally he usually
that's not
no, but
it's not Foxborough.
No, but you know what's funny? I noticed that if you actually live on Cape,
yeah,
you hate leaving the Cape. It's just like a pain in the ass. You just don't like doing it. If you are just even off the bridge in Plymouth or there, I feel like they're easier to expand out and go.
Dude,
elsewhere.
I couldn't agree more. People like. So during the basketball thing, all the basketball thing, they're like, oh yeah, like it's an hour away, and everybody, just like okay with it. They're like, yeah, it's 45 minutes. For me, I have to leave the Cape and do all that, but like my whole leaving the Cape is now like a full day for me. Yeah. Like there is no like 45 minutes, go out to dinner, drive, what? No, God no. I agree completely. People who like live in Plymouth, they have no problem bouncing up to Duxbury for like a bite to eat. Like what the hell?
So going back to your original question about how do I feel about it. I'm probably going to feel a different way tomorrow morning, depending if he shows up or not.
Yeah, just say one of your employees slept in completely
if I was,
through a work-related thing. I guess it's different with it's not technically, but it isn't because the show, this is their job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the show, ultimately they were paid to go to an amusement park and make content for the show.
Here, this is where it's going to be said. This kid who's going to be, I'd bet money that he shows up on time tomorrow. That's how consistent he is, even when he goes out.
Let's say he didn't, though. Let's say he slept in.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna do the other way. So this kid is probably going to show up tomorrow on time to work in sweating heat to do a generator where he's gas piping, cutting shit, doing actual hard manual labor.
Yeah.
He has to be there at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Coleman had to be at a water park and just get picked up and brought there at 8 a.m. and couldn't do it.
Well, no, he could do it. That's the difference. He can do it, no problem. He can get up at 8 a.m. It's the more of the commitment the night before and thinking how important. You're.
If you
people
can,
are missing
you do.
this. People,
if you can, you do.
No, you're missing this. It's not like, hey, you can't wake up at 8. What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course you can. No, that's not it at all.
Nobody's questioning if you can wake up at 8.
You just were. You were like, he can't get up at 8. No, it's the fact that you don't have the adult mindset to be like, all right, tomorrow I have work. I have to make sure before I go play video games, before I do anything else, my alarm and my shit for work is ready to go for tomorrow. He was under the impression, oh, this is like a kind of a fun thing. This isn't real content. When anything for the show, especially Justin, if he's lugging his ass up there to go pick you up, that's real content. That, like Kirk says, he treats it like a show.
I'm guessing the camera was supposed to be ready. And guess who the camera guy is?
No, I agree with
Like
that.
you're supposed to be there. You had a job to be there. You were told. And
I agree.
And your day of work.
But I'm just saying, it's there's a difference between him not being able to wake up on time. I think he can wake up on time. I think
I'm
it's
glad
more of
that
the
you think that.
responsibility.
Yeah, well, he has no responsibility.
There you go.
And like it's remarkable that your day of work was supposed to be going to a water park and you failed to do so. Like, I think he's a nice kid. I have no problem with him whatsoever. I just find it absolutely negligent at the best to be to do something like that. Like, it's
what would you do?
It's absolutely unacceptable.
Like, what would you do if tomorrow your employee, let's just say, let's just say it's.
I'll put it to you this
Let's
way.
just say if it's your dad. Let's just even say it's that. Let's say your dad's fucking waiting on somebody and you have to pick him up, and you're Justin.
And he's already been suspended.
See, he has a history of
He's
it.
already had a history of it.
Yeah.
He's been suspended the day before your boss even said to you, "You're,
the
you're
bonus
too lazy."
too. The bonus
he gives you a
is-
bonus. He's
that to me is
you're fired.
Yeah,
Like,
the bonus
there's-
is the ultimate.
yeah.
Like just slap in the face. You're spitting right in his face.
Not only that, but like you spit in Kirk's face after the bonus, but like this is like the second or third time you've done it specifically to Justin, and it's just like I get it. You're young, and this is like a fun thing to you, but it really speaks to the volume of like where you're at in your maturity. You're not ready. Like you take this position, he takes it for granted, and like he doesn't.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Like
I don't think he does any of this maliciously, but I think he takes a lot of it for granted.
I'm not trying to gas you up, but like there are a bunch of people like Gus and him who are like, this is my dream job. And I think they say that and they don't understand the meaning of that. If anybody was able to attain their dream job, they put everything they can into it because it is their dream. Like, I don't think Gus was ever about that. I don't think Coleman is about
Gus
that.
definitely not.
And well, even Coleman, like I think he likes.
I think Coleman loves working for Barstool.
I do
and
too.
I think he likes working for the Kirk Minahan show, but I don't necessarily think he only wants to work for the Kirk Minahan show for the rest of his life.
No, I think he likes the idea of doing this type of work. And I don't think that he necessarily looks at Kirk's show as his dream job. I think he's willing to say that, but I think actions usually speak a lot louder than words. And his actions just say, I do like my job. I want this job, but save the this is my dream job and save this is like I love the show type deal. Like, I think you like this job because you get to work under a Barstool tag and you enjoyed that more than you do anything else.
I think he just likes the position he's in. I think he likes doing the show. You don't think he likes like going on the Kirk Minahan show?
No, I
every
just
day?
said I think he. I think he
What's
likes
different
it.
than saying you work for Barstool? I'm saying, do you think he likes Cullinane asked this question, I think, on Monday. Do you think he likes doing the show every single day? Do you think he enjoys it? Do you think he likes looking for like sound and doing all of that?
Yeah,
like,
maybe,
Cullinane's
yeah.
favorite thing was to go and look for like Boston
Radio
radio
cuts. I
sound
know what you mean,
and
yeah.
stupid fuck ups from like media people.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Coleman enjoys that aspect of the job? Do you think he likes to bring that to Kirk on the show? Do you think he laughs at that sort of stuff? This is where it goes back to he wasn't a KMS guy in the begin with. And I'm not even saying he's not a KMS guy. I'm saying he was not the biggest Kirk Minahan fan. Or a guy like Cullinane, he has to, he has to adjust a little bit, but like he ultimately knows the show and he's been a huge fan of the show and he knows what Kirk's going to want to talk about. Where Coleman kind of had to learn that on the fly.
Yeah.
So it's a different dynamic. I'm not saying he's not a KMS guy, but he's not like through and through, and he's not been the biggest fan forever. So it's going to take some growing pains.
I agree, but like I think you get somebody that's like Gus who tries to sell the idea that I am an all KMS guy and like
He's the biggest fraud going. Gus is the biggest fraud out.
I think both of them will say that they're the biggest fan of whatever show they're working on. You know what I mean? Like, I think if whatever opportunity presents themselves, they're the biggest fan for that. They're chameleons. Like, they want to blend in. They want to represent whatever they think should be that representation. Like, if they just want to project whatever they think they should be. Like, I don't think they ever represent of who they really are.
And it's just being a crowd pleaser.
That's what I mean. Like, you're a crowd pleaser. Like, you just want to
You pander to the crowd.
yeah, you want to pander.
Yeah.
That being said,
yeah, here you go.
that
Now he's
being
gonna say.
said-
Now he's gonna try and say something good about Coleman. You ready for this?
that being said, Coleman, you're more than welcome to come visit the Cape
Yeah, I'm
anytime.
sure he
you're,
wants to now.
You're a nice kid. I actually like you as a human. I just, I think Mick would be far better fit for the job.
Listen, I like Coleman. Coleman's gonna be back in that chair. He's going to have an opportunity.
Probably.
No, he is. He's going to have an opportunity to prove himself. And I actually think work ethic wise and, as far as what he can do for it, he's going to do everything he can. Like, he's going to prove himself. He's going to be a good producer. He's going to be on time. This, that. He's not going to give Kirk a reason to fire him. The issue here is if Kirk doesn't give him a chance at all.
Well, I
think Kirk's going to be nice to him.
I don't.
I do. I think Kirk's going to be nice to him and give him a chance, but there might come a moment where Coleman's, working really hard and he does that Coleman thing where he's like, I'm just grinding, man. Like, I'm just trying or whatever. Like, he does one of those things and Kirk just like, I fucking hate this attitude. I don't want you around. Like, I could see him snapping on the idea of Coleman trying to extra hard prove himself and him just like being nauseated by the whole thing.
Well, I think like it was one thing when he's, I don't know if exposed is the right word, but like when Jimmy started exposing all these things, I think it became more apparent that he's not exactly Kirk's type of person, but I think Kirk was completely fine with that because it was making decent content and it worked for the show. I think the part that is really going to like put a hair across his ass was similar to like Gus, where I think he's lost faith that he cares about the show most importantly. Like, I don't think he really does care about the show most. Like, I don't think
it's tough to say. I mean,
like
when you're sleeping in past
but even
8:30 on a content day, like that's tough to say you care about the show.
I really believe this. I think you were being honest when you told him if you ever got the job and it got to the point where he said the words, "This isn't working out," and I'd like to fire you, but the only reason I'm not is that I'm just being nice. I actually believe that you would just say, "I appreciate the opportunity," and you'd resign. I don't think he will do that because he doesn't care about the show like I think some others do.
Oh, we'll see.
Like, I think even if Dave was I think Dave got to that point and Dave was basically like, all right, well, I think it is time. I'll do this for you because he cared about the show. So I'll
Dave was around during the whole
it.
Producer search.
Yeah.
The only reason why Dave stuck around during the producer search, I don't know this for a fact, but I would anticipate because he cares about the show because
exactly.
At the time, I don't think him and Kirk had the healthiest relationship.
Yeah.
Let's not even say it was bad. I can't imagine it was the friendliest.
No, but I think he felt the vibe that Kirk was done with him. And he was like, I get it. It's time for me to move on.
But he helped out
and
because he cares about the show.
And
I think Coleman would help out, and I think Coleman would do whatever is asked of him before he left, or if he did decide to leave or anything like that. So I'm not going to bury him there. But I do know what you're saying. Like, I think it's more of an attitude of like,
I think he's done with him in the sense that he's like, all right, this is, we gave it a good run. I just don't think this is working out, but I think he'll have a similar view that Gus had where he's like, I'm going to prove you wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he understands.
Yeah, and Kirk hates that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he understands Kirk is not looking for that.
Yeah,
like,
he just wants it already there.
If he wanted you to work harder, he would say work harder. That's not like a cryptid message to try to get you to try harder. I think that's him telling you
part of the job.
I don't like you in this position, and I'm just kind of a nicer guy that doesn't want to fire you.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Coleman's going to be back. I don't think he's going to be fired.
I'll say this too. I think,
go ahead, please.
I think Kirk.
Jesus Christ.
I think Kirk is very serious.
This is the Christian Saunders show, by the way. I'm sorry.
I think he's very serious when he says that if he's late one more time, he's absolutely axed. I don't think that there will be.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's for sure true. Fuck the State Theater.
Yeah.
Fuck the State Theater, you scumbag pricks. I mean, just ugh. You're gonna take the money of the Minifans. You're going to have us all, pack your joint. I don't think anybody said a bad word about the venue. The bathrooms were disgusting. I'll say it. As a Crohn's guy, as somebody who has to spend a lot of time in the bathroom, I was uncomfortable.
Yeah. Staff is rude.
I'm going to write a letter. I haven't finished it, but I'm going to write a letter on the behalf of the IBS community.
That's good.
Expressing my concerns with their venue of their bathrooms.
Are you going to be requesting the resignation of the president?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because I'm sure she signed off on something, right?
But she signed off on having them not go there.
No, I know that. But I'm saying on something to do with the bathrooms. Like, I'm sure ultimately there was a signature of hers made somewhere for like the permit or something. She's responsible for me having uncomfortable thoughts during my bathroom experience at the State Theater.
Undoubtedly.
Fuck the State Theater.
Yeah.
Ugh, that was terrible to hear. I had no idea going into Wednesday when Kirk had tweeted Tuesday night that we do have a new show enemy. A real new show enemy. I asked Justin. He wouldn't tell me. I knew Justin knew. But Justin's a soldier. He's loyal. He did not tell me. So I'm going into Wednesday as the producer having no fucking clue what the show enemy is. It could have been me, for God's sakes. I have no idea. So then when Kirk started explaining it, or he asked me what did I think it was, I had thought it had something to do with Barstool and Coleman. I thought maybe someone from Barstool came down on him and said, hey, you can't talk about producers like that, or you can't fire him, or you can't suspend him without pay, whatever. Someone made a comment, right? Someone tried to get in the business of the show, and I know Kirk hates that. But I was way off.
Yeah.
Way off. Yeah. That was tough. What did you think it was? Did you think it had anything to do with the State Theater?
No, I had no clue. I was definitely leaning towards something like that. Like,
Yeah.
or somebody who said something ridiculous.
I thought it was
on Twitter.
timely. I thought it was timely due, something to do with this Coleman suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, do you not have any clue how business works? Like you have employees telling you that you're offended and you're like, well, we're going to turn down a couple $1 million.
I don't believe it either.
Like,
I don't believe there was multiple employees.
No.
This is one person.
I think it was her. I think it was I
Yes.
think it was her that was offended by
Or one
whatever.
person who was at the show who told her that she likes.
Yes, exactly.
Something like that.
It's just disgusting behavior to sit there and then to have people who are following acts that are going to be coming in who have terrible actual histories of like sexual abuse and other things like that, and it's just like you're offended by a joke that he said. What you were alluding to 2 years ago, even maybe that they were didn't like that show either. But
Well,
you were
they were
willing
offended by the DEC review. So during the show,
yeah.
they had
The sound guy. They called.
they wrote a fake review saying that the State Theater sound sucks, blah blah blah, which is fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a joke. I mean, you could tell it's a joke because it's not actually on the fucking State Theater Yelp page.
Shout out to the one kid who actually picked up the phone and stood there the whole time and answered. That was the sound guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was being a little bit of a pussy, but
Still.
at least he, gave us why he was mad.
Yeah.
Kirk gave him a kind of an out, say, all right, well, if you know it's a joke now, like, are you less mad? And he was kind of like, yeah, I guess so. So yeah, I will say, we'll give him credit for at least answering the phone and being willing to, talk to us.
And the mayor. The mayor also picked up.
I'm not going to give the mayor credit yet.
No,
His job
it's true.
is to what?
Stimulate the economy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, satisfy the citizens of Portland and make sure everybody's happy, right? I can imagine there's many citizens of Portland that would find out about this and be disgusted by it.
Not only that, but if you are the mayor and you're the State Theater and all these things, there are homeless people that are basically attacking people as you leave.
I mean, that's another thing. Get your venue together.
Can I leave there being safe, or do I actually have to?
So we have
worry?
homeless people attacking the community.
I watched them attack a blind guy.
We have Blind Mike who said the stairs were at a risk for him.
Yeah.
And then we have the IBS community now coming down on them because those bathrooms were unacceptable. There was like one fucking stall bathroom for 1,800 dudes.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's disgusting.
Jesus.
Egregious.
My God. I mean, that is just that's unacceptable if you ask me. Like you have to have you have to have at least 4 or 5 bathrooms on the first floor there, right? You can't have one bathroom. Ridiculous.
I went to the toilet again. Oh, help me, doctor.
Oh, I got fake manners over the weekend.
There's a couple accounts out there.
Yeah, they got me. I thought it was real manners.
What was he saying? Or what did you think he was saying?
Somebody commented on the post that Steve made of Coleman updating his LinkedIn that was open for work. And
I think that's fake, by the way.
Steve's a real journalist. So,
Yeah, well, the main wire has been silent on the State Theater situation. Silent.
That's interesting, actually. He's been busy, though. President.
Silent on the situation.
His guy got shot.
Silent. Again, all these guys claim they're big show guys and this, that, and the other. Silent publicly.
Yeah, that is.
No,
noted.
Steve's a show guy. I can't say that.
Yeah, no. I just think if you're the State Theater, you should just be flat out embarrassed, right?
Yeah, if anybody...
If you're even a citizen of Portland, you're probably sitting there pretty embarrassed.
I feel like the owner of the State Theater, whoever actually owns it, if this got up to him and he explained the entire situation, no bias, just gave him the context behind the entire thing and then told him the other acts that are there, and he would be like, why, what the hell? They're giving us money, this, that, and the other. Like, this is somebody who has an agenda, who is using their position of power to basically try to push their own agenda, push their own narrative, and the type of acts they want, and this. Like, what's the line? Like, if the employees don't like a song that's played, is the band now not allowed to go next year or whatever? Like, it's ridiculous.
So they showed a couple dead babies on the screen.
Who cares?
Get over it.
Jesus. I mean, have you never watched an abortion?
I mean, you gotta. Oh, I thought you were gonna hit the dunk, the original.
Which one?
The Steve one.
Which
Remember
one?
the Steve abortion clip?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have that teed up. Sorry.
Great.
What else here? What else before we get out of here? What have you been watching? Let's do some Mick TV. You been watching anything?
I've just been. I'm on my 5th run of Seinfeld again.
Oh God.
I love Seinfeld, dude.
Yeah?
I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been my comfort show for sure.
Comfort show.
Yeah, I just throw it on whenever I'm just like, nothing on.
Okay, yeah, that's Always Sunny for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anything else though?
I started The Boys, and look, I've always been a long fan of The Boys for the 3 seasons that I watched. I never minded the political undertones that they were kind of selling, that the superheroes were representations of the Republicans, and I always kind of felt like, that they're kind of like brash assholes that do what's best for themselves. And then I kind of always felt like they were using Vought as the Democrats, and they were kind of representing...
Dogs are freaking out right now, if you can't hear this.
Yeah, they're just...
Go ahead.
Squirrel went by. I always felt like they were using Vought.
Oh, you talked about this. We talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah, you quit The Boys?
Well, yeah, I just...
Yeah, we talked about this.
Okay. Well,
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying you specifically talked about this on the show.
that's it. Go on.
Yeah, you quit. Nothing else there? You're not
No, we're
watching
done.
anything?
We're done. I'm done with that.
Yeah,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
you
talk
can
about talk about the Dragons.
Hold on,
Go
hold
ahead.
on.
No. Talk about the
Please tell
Dragons.
us again how you quit The Boys. You watched 3 episodes. You got confused with it because we listened to this
Go
already.
ahead.
We've
Go
already
ahead.
heard
Let's
this.
hear the Dragons.
No, I'm not
get to
just
the
watching
Dragons.
Dragons.
Get to
I'm
the
not just
Dragons.
watching Dragons.
Yep.
I'm really not. I just watched the Team USA, the basketball. The Team USA basketball. I don't know if they just don't give a fuck like half the time, because they look like the best team ever for half the game, and then all of a sudden they'll just stop trying. Like they literally won't even try on defense. The other day they gave up in the second quarter, I think like 48 points or something ridiculous. It was like, what? You guys aren't even trying out there. And it was to South Sudan, who they beat by a point. Crazy.
Shout out Luol Deng. Did you hear more about that story?
No.
You know how recent they've had basketball? It's like in the last
Oh, he's building the indoor gyms, right?
they have no indoor gym.
Yeah, he's the first one. He's going to be the guy
he's
to
gonna be
build
the first one to build one.
Yeah,
but
I
they-
actually
they
did hear
don't-
about that.
That team that you just watched play,
Yeah, they don't have
doesn't
an indoor gym.
practice in an indoor gym.
Yeah, and they fucking lost by a point.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I
wild.
find myself, listen, I'm not some big Star Spangled Banner guy. I think people know this. But anytime it's USA in a sport that I care about, I'm all in. Yeah. I am all, especially with the soccer team, who finally that they fired that fucking coach.
I saw that.
I'm back in.
Yeah.
But with the U.S. men's team, I find myself legitimately cheering for LeBron James. Like, I was cheering for LeBron James when he had that bucket at the end of the game. I was like, let's go. And like that would never happen under any other situation. So for me, it's kind of fun to watch them. And I think they're going to end up blowing teams out, but I think it's going to be a harder tournament than I initially thought. I think they're going to have a couple of games where because you can tell the other teams, they want to beat the U.S. Like they're going fucking balls to the wall in these exhibition games.
Super Bowl.
Like, yeah, it really is. So they're getting everybody's best. It's going to be pretty fun to watch. I'm excited for it.
I have LDS, so LDS.
LDS? What's that?
LeBron derangement syndrome.
Oh,
so
boy.
I can't do that. Like I sit there and I was like, oh, if he had missed that layup. I sit there.
So
and
you'd
I'm
rather
like,
LeBron miss that at the end and then
then
lose
US
to the South
Yes,
Sudan?
yeah. You know
Oh.
why? Because I get to sit there and then go to Al and be like, you know who went undefeated and has 2 gold medals and never lost? Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. You know who's already has a bronze medal and has lost 3 times? LeBron James. It would be a shame if it was a 4th.
Oh, Jesus. Come on.
Yeah,
So you'd rather the U.S. lose?
Then LeBron win.
You're a communist.
It's that close.
You're a communist.
It's that close. Like who? Like that's how. That's.
I'll tell you who I'm rooting against is the U.S. women's team, the basketball team.
Oh, disgusting.
What a bunch of idiots. I mean,
dumb.
put Caitlin Clark on the team for God's sake.
Get rid of that old bag. What's her name?
I don't know.
The ancient girl that has the tight ass ponytail. She's been there forever. They think she's great.
I don't know.
Well, she's Diana.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her name.
I don't know her last name.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah, gross.
I've also I have been watching House of Dragon. I didn't watch the episode last night, but I will catch up on it tonight. And I'm doing a recap episode with Cinema Lords on Wednesday. Going back on the Cinema Lords podcast, jumping on there. We're going to talk some dragons. Very excited.
Very nice.
Let me think if I've been watching anything else. Oh, Mission Impossible. I'm doing the Mission Impossible series.
So good.
I just watched the first one. Steve Snell inspired this. Our guy Snell. I don't know if what did he start with? He started with the Bond. He started with James Bond, and he was just like reviewing them on Twitter one by one. And then he said he was going to Mission Impossible, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump in here with him because I've watched the Mission. I don't think I've ever seen Mission Impossible 3. And then I haven't seen any of the new ones. So I've only seen 1 and 2. And then maybe, I think, whatever the 4th one is, I might have seen. But there's like 7 of them, right?
I'll put it to you this way. They're so good that even though they're all the same,
Yeah,
you have to watch.
of course. No, I know.
It's a great action flick.
Yeah,
It's just a great action flick.
Better than John Wick?
So John Wick has...
Because I haven't seen the Wick films.
What?
Yeah, I've only seen 2 Mission Impossible films. Why are you surprised by that? I'm not the biggest action movie guy. I like thrillers and shit like that. And
That's gross.
I'm not the biggest action movie guy.
I just think that...
I've seen Rambo.
What?
Yeah, I'm just hitting you with random action movies I've seen
Rambo
that are
and
classic.
not Mission Impossibles or John Wick?
No, I've seen
I'll say
I've
this.
seen a few of the Rambos. What's another classic action franchise? Come on, give me something.
I mean, they're newer. The Equalizer.
I've seen the first one.
They're good. It's Denzel.
Fast and Furious. I've seen a couple of those.
No, it doesn't count.
Of course it does.
No, it does not.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely does not. Now it
franchise.
does. The first four are
Dude,
actually
they
about,
drive
racing.
they drive cars off the
Yeah,
Grand
but
Canyon.
the first four are like
blow them
action.
up.
The first four are like about racing, and then they're like, you know what we need to do? We need to make this into the most crazy action movie ever.
Yeah, that's true.
They brought The Rock in. They're jumping through buildings. They're taking down helicopters and cars. It's
Yeah, when the Rock gets going, that's when you know
nutty.
you're screwed. What's another franchise though? Another action franchise.
Would have lost. We lost him. That sucks.
Who?
The Rock.
To what?
I just don't think he's the same.
No, you
know what I mean?
He does
Like, he's-
WWE now. He's back in the WWE.
Yeah, but he's just like he's not. He doesn't have that.
He's always been a phony. I've told you guys this forever. You
but he was
you
The
and Alec,
Rock.
you and Al were the biggest Rock guys.
He was The Rock. He was the fucking Rock, dude. And now he's like does those crappy movies with Kevin Hart, and he just I don't know fell off a cliff if you ask me.
Yeah.
Not a fan anymore. I shouldn't say not a fan because there's a part of my childhood that just can't not be a fan of him, but like doesn't have the same aura.
Who's your favorite actor these days?
Still Denzel.
So I actually went through his movies the other day. His catalog.
Don't even try, Mick.
It's not that good.
Okay, my favorite movie ever, not just period, is Man on Fire.
It's your favorite movie ever.
Favorite movie ever is Man on Fire.
The James Bond's another action movie franchise that I like. There you go.
Weren't you just talking about that?
No,
Did you say somebody was talking about the Bonds?
Snell was. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking of action movie franchises, and I just Googled it, and that was the first one that came up.
Oh, well, yeah. I would say the fact that you were about to try to disparage Denzel's catalog is wrong. It's wrong. Why? What are you doing? Are you racist? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's what it is. No, I just there's not a lot of movies that I want to rewatch, like all of the time. Like
Probably seen Remember the Titans 100 times.
All right, that's one of that's.
That's one.
No, that's definitely one of his more rewatchable movies. But give me a couple more.
Man on Fire 100 times.
It's not a rewatchable.
I've
movie.
watched it 100 times. It's
Maybe
so
you
good,
do,
dude.
but like that's not a movie that like you
It's
want
an
to.
action movie where he's just it's a
Yeah, but
revenge
the
action
great
movie.
part about that movie is what you don't know what's going to happen at the end. That's the best part of the movie. You don't know how it's going to end with the girl and like how that whole situation plays out. So once you know,
you know what's gonna happen.
No, of course you know.
He's
what's gonna
going with
happen, but,
killing
like,
everybody that was involved. It's the best revenge story you can do.
It
Everybody's
is.
copied it and taken
But
that.
my
whole
point
line.
is, once you know the actual ending of that movie, it takes away from it a little bit. So I think a movie like Remember the Titans, you don't really need to know the ending. It's just a great movie.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, it's going to end with them either winning a football game or losing.
He
Like,
was, he was great in Coach Carter. I'm kidding.
I was like, what are you talking about? That was
That was a good black joke.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I guess that's more of what it is. He doesn't have a lot of rewatchable movies for me.
Can you pull up his catalog just so I can see like what you mean by that? Like,
Yeah, like I'm not rewatching American Gangster that much.
oh, I just watched it the other day. It's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, but for the first
So
time in a
good.
while, probably.
Yeah, I agree. It's long though. That's why.
Yeah.
But like, I agree. It's not like a super rewatchable. Let me just watch this all the time. But
You rewatching Flight?
I've only seen it twice.
That's what I'm saying.
Flight's good though.
The Book of Eli, you throwing that on a Sunday?
Book of Eli was pretty decent.
No,
It was
dude. Yeah,
pretty
but you're not
decent.
rewatching it though.
Yeah, that one's not great. Equalizers are all good, but they're like action movies. They're not like serious action movies too. They're like more like John Wick-esque.
I'll tell you a movie that's an action movie of his that you can rewatch all the time. Training Day. That's a great movie.
My God.
Fantastic movie.
He's the best action. He's the best drama action actor ever. Like, there's definitely no debating that.
that's a take.
Like,
But
it's like his
that's-
action movies aren't like the John Wicks. They're like kind of like tongue in cheek, over the top action.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But, like-
so is The Equalizer though.
That's what I just said. I said
Yeah.
The Equalizer is more like John Wick.
Okay.
Yeah, compared to his other ones.
Yeah.
But like Man on Fire, Training Day. I'd have to go through I don't have it up in front of me, but like Denzel's probably my
Deja Vu.
so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
So good. Deja
Yeah, it is
Vu
a good
is
one.
underrated.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I thought that me and we were talking about it the other day. We thought that might have been a Nolan. It's not. It's right up Nolan's alley of like bending time
Yeah.
and space and
Yeah, totally. It kind of seems like the Christopher Nolan type.
yeah.
Let me see what else. The USA basketball Jaylen Brown situation. I guess we don't really need to get into that. I don't really want to talk about that. That's kind of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've had the itch to start surfing again, and actually got my board out the other day. Went to go wax it, and I go, you know what? Before I do this, I was 50-50 on going, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it. And I was like, before I do this, let me check the Shark app. Let me check to see what's going on. Because this time of year is when they really start picking up, like late summertime. Dude, it was flooded. It was flooded with great white sharks.
Not going in the water.
I was like, yeah, I think I was gonna drive down. If it was really bad around here, I was gonna drive down to Nantasket or go to like Newport Beach or Second Beach in Rhode Island. No go. Not doing it. I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it right now.
Yeah.
I'll go in the wintertime when I know the sharks aren't around, but we have, I think this is according to Discovery Channel, Shark Week. This was some guy who was
Most per
talking.
capita.
We have the most sharks per capita. We are like the shark capital of the world here on Cape Cod right now.
Yeah, Cape Town, Africa.
South Africa, you know
Africa. Used to have the most great whites, and we overtook them.
Yeah, so I think at any time they said there could be anywhere between 600 to 800 great whites circling like the islands of Cape Cod, like in the, not like right off the Cape, but in that whole.
That's way too many for me, pal.
800 great whites.
It's because they stopped at the fucking.
No, it's because the seals.
The club ceiling.
We got to start killing the seals again.
They stopped you allowing to do it. They used to.
We should go to a meeting. We should film this too. We should go to a meeting and because I want to surf around here more
Kill
often.
the seals.
Yes, we should start. We should start trying to
start a
killing
hashtag.
seals. Yeah, no, honestly, I want to start going to the beach. And you know what? The pipe and plovers too. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
Let's start driving back out on the beach. Make it drive out. There's nothing better, other than the boat. I would say there's nothing better than driving out on the beach with like a pickup truck. You get the grill. You don't have to like load up your shit and walk anywhere. You just have it right up in the back of the truck. It's perfect.
Plus, like half these people have no idea what a good beach is that are listening.
Oh my god, dude! I see
going out to the flats, like crows. They're in the flats, or
I see these people on Twitter that are like, "Oh, I'm going to the beach," and they go to like the beach in South Boston. It's disgusting.
but the people in Chicago.
They lay on the concrete.
Oh, just losers.
Jesus!
Can you imagine living there?
No,
It's gross.
no, I cannot.
Sad.
Yeah,
Sad.
it is. All right, we got to do listener questions, and we'll get out of here.
I saw some funny ones.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
I went through that thread. There's some funny ones.
There's quite a bit. We'll get some music going too. Hang on, folks.
I picked a good song last time.
Yeah, you're not getting it this time.
That's ridiculous.
Hold on.
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh.
Hurrah.
Hold on, folks. Hold on, please.
Producer.
Yeah, right. I thought you were a producer. that you tweeted
That's the
about.
one that made me laugh the most.
No, I did not bang my coworker yet. No. Does Jess hate you for tweeting about her personal business for empathy? Probably. I don't know. I haven't talked to Jess at all, so I don't really know. I don't think she producer role, will you sublease his place